So this last video diary is of Region 3, which is Guanacaste, but also the Central Pacific coast. So it's the two parts that we're going to be talking about today. In Guanacaste and the Pacific Central Coast, the amount of iguanas and monkeys we saw was crazy. So I'm gonna show some clips of the animals first that we saw on our trip and give you some details of them. So here we have some black iguanas that we saw everywhere around the hotel that we were staying at. These iguanas can grow up to 1.3 meters long, and they are also the fastest running lizard species in the world. So here are some black iguanas. You can see the stripe on them. And then here are some that we saw at Manuel Antonio National Park on the beach, which is super, super cute. And then, so these are white-faced monkeys that we saw right outside of the cafeteria that we were eating at for, I believe it was dinner. And here you can see them eating some fruit. This monkey grabbed a banana, and monkeys love fruits and vegetables, and their most commonly consumed ones are bananas, hence the video you're watching right now, mangoes, which were also on that bowl of fruit right there, and they also love apples, pineapples, tomatoes, leafy greens, and even carrots. So you will commonly see them eating those things. So here, this next video is of a three-toed sloth, and you can kind of see with his little hand there the three toes. The one cool thing about these sloths is that they have two extra neck vertebrae that allow them to turn their heads almost all the way around. And these sloths also only defecate once a week, and when they do, it ends up being a third of their body weight, which is so crazy to think about because they conserve energy. The way they conserve energy is just so fascinating. So this next clip here is of our national mammal, or I guess Costa Rica's national mammal. So here we have a white-tailed deer, and this is actually a lot smaller than the white-tailed deer that we would see in America because they are about half the size of Americans' white-tailed deer. And we saw this right off of the beach as well. So this next clip, we have red land crabs here hiding in holes in the mud. You can kind of see them. These crabs actually contribute to keeping the rainforest healthy by cleaning up leaf litter and turning over soil and fertilizing it with their droppings. So here we have a beautiful video of a blue crown motmot. This bird is just so stunning. They have a blue crown around their head, and these birds are often found in humid forests. Here are some clips of snorkeling. So this is the view of the beach we were snorkeling on, and here we have a sea turtle that we saw, and then some sergeant major fish, which are both common saltwater animals that you see in Costa Rican saltwater. This video I wanted to share because not only are there white-faced monkeys here, but you see an Indian almond tree here in a second once I pan the camera upward. The ones with the scattered orange leaves. So these leaves and the bark from this tree are actually used for medicinal purposes and can treat things like hepatitis, dermatosis, or even oral infections in both children and adults. So you can see more of the tree. I think the most interesting part of Region 3 was honestly how much I enjoyed snorkeling. I have this fear, I don't know what the phobia is called, but basically a phobia of deep water or just being in the ocean and seeing of just the ocean, I guess. I've always loved going in the ocean water, but I never dreamed about, oh my gosh, I can't wait to, like, snorkeling is like my dream on my bucket list. But it was honestly probably my favorite part of the whole entire region of Guanacaste and the Pacific Central, or the Central Pacific coast. And yeah, that was the most interesting thing to me. It was so amazing, and my love for the ocean has just grown so much since this trip. And honestly, my love for everything, my love for animals, my love for insects, which is also very interesting because I hate bugs, and I actually find myself now wanting to help them when they get stuck in my house instead of just killing them right away, which is very interesting. But yeah, just my love for biodiversity and how much I feel, I guess, a draw to the ocean now. I dream about the ocean every single day, especially the Pacific coast of Costa Rica. I think about it every day as well as Tortuguero. So yes, that is probably the most interesting thing for me.